Does your OpenClaw agent keep forgetting your instructions? Is it ignoring things you told it last week? Or are the responses always just sloppy? Well, that's because you've been using one agent to write, research, schedule, code, and handle everything else all at once. And that's not a bug. That's what happens when you only use one agent to try and do everything. So in this video, you'll learn how to create your first sub-agent inside OpenClaw, connect to Telegram so you can talk to it directly, and then watch your main agent actually delegate a real task to it. And by the end, you'll have a working multi-agent setup you can keep building on. Hey, I'm Sen from AI Academy. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, why one agent isn't enough? Every AI agent has something called a context window. You can think of it like a whiteboard. You can write a lot on it, but once it fills up, the agent starts erasing old stuff to make room for the new. Or it just stops remembering things entirely. So when you have one agent handling your emails, your research, your content, your scheduling, and your code, that whiteboard fills up pretty fast. And then your AI agent gets confused, it mixes up instructions from different tasks, and worst of all, it starts making mistakes because it's juggling just too much context all at once. But the good news is that the fix is simple. Instead of using one overworked AI agent, you create a team. Each agent gets its own whiteboard, its own set of tools, and its own instructions. A research agent, for example, can only think about the research. A content agent only thinks about content. They both stay focused because they're not trying to do 5 different jobs all at once. You can also have a main agent that becomes the manager. It takes your high-level requests, figures out which specialist should handle it, and then it sends the work to the right place. The sub-agent does the job and reports back. You stay in one Telegram chat, and the whole team works behind the scenes. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you need to know before we start. Before we create our first sub-agent, you need OpenClaw already running on your server. If you haven't set this up already, we've actually got a couple of videos on how to do this on our channel, so make sure to check them out. You also need access to your server's terminal. If you're running OpenClaw on a VPS like Hostinger, you can SSH in through the dashboard or use any terminal app on your computer. Hostinger has a VPS plan starting from a few dollars a month with up to 67% off, so I've linked them below. You'll also need an API key for the AI model your sub-agent will use. And a quick tip, your main agent should run on a more powerful AI model because it's the one making decisions and coordinating everything. But when it comes to the smaller sub-agents, you can run these on cheaper AI models. For example, if your main agent uses Claude Opus, your research sub-agents could use Claude Sonnet. It's the same provider, but at lower cost per task. And you'll save a lot of money this way, especially if you add more agents later on. So for this tutorial, I'm going to create one sub-agent, and I'd recommend you do the same. Don't try and build 10 agents on day one. Just start simple. Start with one, train it, get it working well, and then repeat the process to add more as you need. Every new agent is like hiring a new employee. You need to onboard them properly or they'll just make a mess. Okay, now we're ready to create our first sub-agent. Let's build it. First things first, you want to open up your terminal. So in here, you just type in OpenClaw agents and then give it a few seconds, and then it will show you the list of current agents. Now, we haven't set anything up yet, so it should show us our main one. Next, you want to enter the name for your agent. So I'm going to call it OpenClaw agents and then add the research agent. Hit enter. And then terminal will start asking you a bunch of questions to configure this research agent. Make sure to confirm, hit enter to confirm the workspace that's just been created, and then hit no, so no copy of the profile is made. And then you now want to configure the model you want to use. So when I ask you to configure the model, this is where you pick which AI brain this agent will use. So I'm selecting Anthropic, and now you go and get the API key from your AI model. It's advised that now you actually create a new API key, and you copy that and you basically paste it back into this step. So you hit enter, and then now you want to configure the chat channel that you want to talk to this AI agent with. So I'm going to stick to Telegram, hit enter, and then because we've already added all of these settings, we can modify the settings a bit more, and now we add a new Telegram account. It is an optional step, but what's recommended is that you connect your sub-agent to its own Telegram bot. This means you can actually talk to it directly when you want to. So you won't always need to go through your main agent for every single thing. So in Telegram, go to bot father, and then make sure you type in new bot. And then now you just give the new bot a name, which is research agent. You also want to give it a username. So I'm going to call it research bot. And then you can adjust the username to whatever you like. And then once it's confirmed, you will be given a bot token. So make sure to grab that. Go back to your terminal and it should be asking if you want to configure a chat channel. So we say yes to that, Telegram. And then we now need to add in the information of this new Telegram account. Make sure the username is exactly the same as what we had before. And then we paste in our token. Again, select the channel and then go down. Make sure to hit finished. And then if it asks about DM access policies, just select no. And then when asked about routing channels to this agent, make sure we select yes. So now we need to pair the Telegram bot with our sub agent. So go back to Telegram, open the new bot you just created, and then it will show a pairing command that you need to run. So copy that command, paste into terminal, hit enter, and OpenClaw will approve of the pairing. Once it's confirmed that the pairing is approved, go back to Telegram so that we can actually test this out and make sure that's actually working. So hit hello, and then let's see if the sub agent responds to us. If it does respond, then it means it's now live on Telegram. But before we test the real setup, there's actually one more step that we need to do to restart the gateway so your main agent knows this new sub agent exists. So go back to your terminal and then you want to type in OpenClaw gateway restart. And then just wait a few seconds for it to come back online. Now refresh the OpenClaw gateway in your browser. So you grab that link, make sure to connect. Again, sometimes it might be glitchy at this step, but make sure to keep going and then try and connect to make it get sorted out. And now your OpenClaw dashboard is up. You want to, again, select the model that you're testing out. This is basically the bunch of AI agents that we have. And the new sub-agent should now appear in this list. So you want to make sure that it comes up. Okay, fantastic. Now we need to make our agents talk to each other because right now your sub-agent exists, but your main agent doesn't know how to work with it yet. They need a shared space so the main agent can see what the sub-agent is doing and send it tasks. There are two ways to set this up. The fast way is to just tell your main agent in the Telegram chat. You could prompt it and say something like, I've created a new sub-agent called Researcher. Create a shared status system so you can delegate tasks to it and track what it's working on. Then your main agent will figure out the folder structure and communication setup on its own. Now, the more precise way is to actually run a command that creates the shared context folders, permissions, and task delegation structure. And it does it all automatically. I'll put that command in the description so you can actually copy and paste it. Either way, what you end up with is a system where your main agent can see all the sub-agents. It knows what tools each one has and can send tasks to the right agent based on what you asked for. Okay, so now let's actually see this all working. Let's test it. I'm going to send a message to my main agent and ask it to get my research agent to do a job. So in Telegram, you want to open the main agent chat. Then type something like, I need you to get the research agent to look into the top 3, let's say, project management tools for small teams. And then I'll ask it to even compare the pricing, the features, and what they're best for as well. And then have it compile everything into a summary. Hit enter. And now we just need to see the main agent responding. Hopefully it should say something like, I'll delegate this to the research agent. Fantastic, it's spawning it and it's giving it to the research agent to look after. Now you just want to wait for the task to process. You should literally see the research agent now and the different sub-agents that we have all in the main agent chats. And you can even go into this tab and see the research agent actually working. And as we can see, it's completing its work. And if you go back to the main agent, it should have compiled and returned the results back to us, as we can see here. So we've got the breakdown, you've got the picks that's recommended, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. And exactly like that, that's the whole flow. I asked my main agent one question. It decided the research agent should handle it, and then the research agent did the work. And the results came back to me in the same chat. I didn't have to switch between agents or manage anything manually. Now, the first results might not be perfect, and that's completely normal. Think of this like the sub-agent's first day on the job. You train it by giving feedback. You tell it what's good about the response and what it needs to change. And then it saves that to its memory, and next time it gets better and better. However, there are 3 rules before you add more AI agents. Rule number 1, you want to start with one sub-agent and get it working properly before adding a second one. Every agent you add is another thing to configure, train, and maintain. If you create 5 agents on day 1, you spend more time fixing problems than actually getting work done. Now, for rule number 2, give each agent only the tools it needs. Your research agent needs web search access. It probably doesn't need access to your calendar or your Gmail. So keeping tools scoped to the right agent means less confusion, fewer mistakes, and lower costs, because you're not loading unnecessary context. And then for rule number 3, you want to use your strongest model for the main agent and cheaper models for the sub-agents. The main agent needs to reason well because it's deciding which agent handles what. The sub-agents are doing specific focused tasks where a cheaper model performs almost as well. And this is how people keep their daily API costs under $1, even when they're running multiple agents. Now, that's how you go from one overworked AI agent to a team that splits the work. You just create the sub-agents, connect to Telegram or whatever messenger you're using, and then you link it to your main agent and let the main agent handle delegation. Now, if you haven't set up OpenClaw yet, make sure to check out the other guides on this channel. And if you need a VPS to run it on, Hostinger has plans with up to 67% off, all linked down below. If you use any of our links, we do get a small referral fee, but it's at no extra cost to you, and exactly how we keep on creating free videos exactly like this. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm Sen from AI Academy. If you want to learn more, make sure to check out this video.